Hey, Minecraft Mentor here, and welcome back to the fourth episode of our Let's Play series. And we got a lot of cool stuff planned today. We're going to be doing some work in the factory. We're going to be showing you some concrete tricks that we learned along the way. Uh, yeah, we got to figure out a way to get up and down between the floors of this thing, and then we're definitely not using stairs. And admittedly, last week's episode was a time crunch, so I didn't get to do everything I wanted with the video editing wise, but I still wanted to get it out. So this week we're starting off a little sooner. I kind of procrastinated and had to record a lot of stuff in a small time period and get it all uploaded. But yeah, this week we're not gonna do that. We're way ahead of the game now, and let's get into it. So as we can see, we've been laying down the concrete here, and I kind of got an idea that looks like we need a piece there, but I kind of not got an idea, but I figured out a little bit of a glitch with the concrete. If it's right next to each other, it doesn't dry. So uh, to do this a lot more efficiently, what we do is we're just gonna throw down the concrete in a square really fast, and then we just run out of here. We don't want to get stuck in the concrete. Looks like my pickaxe is just about toast. We're gonna have to build a new one of those, but we just let this concrete uh, flow out wherever it wants to go. It's gonna start drying, and then when it does, it's not gonna dry it in the center. So all we have to do is give it a minute, and all these slabs start making, which we need the slabs. And I was considering putting the slabs in the place of the deep slate. I'm not sure about that just yet, but once it gets to this point, it's never going to dry any more than that. So all we have to do is grab our pickaxe, vein mine or ultimine mine it, and then, well, our pickaxe broke, but as you can see, after we do that first layer, it starts pouring out again, and we just keep doing this over and over and over, and it gave me an absolute ton. Well, it's in my backpack, yeah. Let's get that. So it gives us a really good amount of concrete, and we went around the base, and let's get this piece in here we're missing. Kind of made the stairs into here, and then all the way back up into the factory. We exported, or not exported, but we expanded this platform out to kind of allow. I was thinking maybe down the road we might have. I don't know if this is enough space, but maybe if we flatten out this area, we could have a train running, like drop some stuff off or pick it up, and then it kind of turns and pulls out of the place. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. We might do it even on the other side. I haven't fully decided on that one yet. That would be a bigger undertaking, but first today we're gonna figure out a way to traverse the floors. So we need like an elevator of some kind. I'm thinking. I've never built an elevator with Create before, so that should be interesting. I I got some ideas, and hopefully they turn out right. But we've got a pretty limited space here too, so it's gonna be like, some doors or something, or whatever, and they open up, and then maybe a chair. I don't know, chair, something. We'll do it. You'll see. You'll see. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go grab some parts. I'm gonna go into a test world just to see kind of how I'm gonna go about this, and then we can do it in this world. And obviously, I need a new pickaxe, and I'm excited to show you our new pickaxe because so we've got a decent enough idea how this works, and we're gonna place down some redstone links here. We'll fill in this. Well, I need to make some more of that, but we need a couple more pieces of brass casing. We'll do that in a minute or later. Just want to get these in, and basically these are like going to be markers for what floor you're on. And let's come up to the top here, and then finally we want to put in our elevator pulley way up here. We're going to definitely do a tutorial on this one. It's cool. It's a very useful thing to know. Let's do some steel girders, kind of like as if the girder, there we go. Okay, if you can see on the side, it's got the little gear shaft here. We're gonna have to figure out a way to create power without actually. Let's put that in there. We might still need this scaffolding. I was gonna tear it down, but so it kind of looks like it's holding it up there, and then we're gonna do something with power. I think we're gonna go with. It's getting dark, but you know what? We probably should light up these floors now, at least a little bit. But we're going to use something called the electric motor, and it's actually from an add-on for Create Crafts and Additions. We've got the crafter, easy enough to make brass plates and all of that. We just got to put our machines back together that we had from earlier. I probably should have kept them up there because we used all our brass for these little brass casings for the base of the elevator. And yeah, we're going to put those machines back together so we can get those things pumping out. I intended to put them in here, and then I realized, oh man, I need them again. I shouldn't have taken them apart, but they'll probably make their way into the factory at some point, and I'm gonna do some work on the elevator and see how this all works and goes together, and then we'll be back for the, I guess, the final product. So after a little bit of thinking, this is what we came up with. It's a very simple design. We got some steel girders here, but the elevator just isn't here yet. It's not working. So I devised a little plan to power this thing without having to have water wheels and shafts running around our ceiling up here. We want to try to keep things minimalistic for the elevator because it is going to be something that isn't going to be used an incredibly lot. I'm not going to be sit here on the elevator all day long, up and down. So we decided to go with the electric motor, and what we need is Forge Energy or RF to actually power this thing. So I came up with this little discrete design. Just sticking out of our roof a little bit is a tiny solar generator. We're going to place down, oh, I forgot I was on scaffolding. I almost shifted through it, but an energy cube. And I think if hopefully this works, we could put it here. Oh, it does connect in. Perfect. I didn't even check that part, but it doesn't look like it's spinning though. Oh, right. We might not have a whole lot of power here, but we also need to export it, right? So let's output that energy to our motor. It looks like it's working. How do we get it to... Oh, okay. We just had to right click it to connect it in. So there's our elevator pulley. Let's go down here. This is floor 3. I'm assuming the other ones are going to work. I'm afraid I'm going to run out of power here. See, the motor isn't quite... Oh, is it going to draw power constantly? I was hoping it wouldn't draw power on the motor because it's not running. Okay. We might have to have a very slow elevator, at least until we can get a good amount of power backed up into our cable. Oh, this might not work. Oh, okay. Let's just try it. We'll see what happens. I think, you know what? I don't think we have enough power to even... Okay. I think we might have to rethink our plan here. I was really hoping to keep this discrete power source here. Maybe we could try... Yeah, this is probably not going to do it. Oh, we're going to floor 1 too. Let's try to go for 2 so it doesn't take forever, but not what I expected. I was really hoping this motor wouldn't draw power when it's not spinning, so I might have to come up with some creative solution for this little guy because we're going so slow. I could have ran down the stairs already, but it is going to stop at this floor. I believe we got it set as floor 2. We might even add some doors or something. I don't know. I kind of like the open design with the girders and all that. And it's going to allow us to move the floors well enough, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to come up with... Yep, there it goes. I'm going to come up with something to maybe when this hits here, we have some sort of redstone link or something. Possibly to cut the power. I don't know. Maybe we'll just come up with a better power source because that little solar panel just isn't gonna... It's not gonna turn that motor constantly. We're gonna have to have something a little more reliable, unfortunately. But let's send our elevator down to the bottom floor. I'm just gonna walk. I'm gonna dig through, JEI over here. We're gonna see if we can get something better going for this, and I'll show you that once we do figure something out because yeah. We decided to go with one of the more obvious solutions, just add more. And I looked outside and it doesn't look like we can see these at all from the ground, so that works out really well. They blend in with the roof absolutely perfectly. I was able to kick up the motor a little bit faster, and also we've got a little bit of a surplus energy here. If this doesn't work out, I'm sure we could go and... I gotta get my girders put some stuff away, but we need to test it out, I guess. So we got our button here. Oops, we don't want to call it E. I guess we could call it E, actually. You know, ABZ3, whatever. Okay, yeah. All right, this is looking good. That's very cool animation, by the way. I like it. I remember the old rope pulleys were not like this. Uh, they were just ropes, really. I guess this isn't even the rope pulley, is it? But yeah, that's perfect. It calls it to the floor when we send a redstone signal into here. If we want to go down to the next floor, we can just scroll wheel it and then click the button, and there it goes. I mean, it's not crazy fast yet. I don't want to push it to its limits before it ever gets a chance to. Probably should have stopped at that floor to place a button, but I didn't want to push it to its limits just yet. We're gonna let it build up some power and have a little surplus in the background, but we need to place. Oh, I got a button on this one, but so here on the third floor, we're going to be building these few tanks, of course. We got a couple in already, but this floor is going to be all about immersive engineering. So we're going to try to squeeze every machine we can in here. Uh, you know what? I just didn't make enough, but uh, all you need to do is fill in those and then hit it with a hammer, like right there, right where the torch is, and that'll make our tanks. And this is where we're going to store our seed oil. One of them's going to be our ethanol, and then finally the last one, one of these. I don't have them locked in just yet, but one of these is going to be biofuel, and so that means we need to build a fermenter up here. We also need to build a squeezer, and then a refinery, and then finally a diesel generator, and then we might put a stamping plant in here. Those are pretty small. I think we could fit quite a bit in here if we're very conscious about the space that we're using here, and uh, we could even get rid of this. I think because if we put a immersive engineering uh, connector right here and maybe bring it up to the ceiling and across, and then kind of chain it out to all the different machines around here. I think that would probably be best because it kind of looks weird, doesn't it? This aesthetic has very create immersive engineering really go well together, and then we have mechanism, this high tech mod just hanging out on the roof. So if we don't look up, maybe it'll be okay. We can just kind of there. It's out of the screen, out of sight, out of mind, I guess. But check out our elevator. We got that little bit of power going. I did this little pattern right here, kind of break up the concrete a little bit. I don't know if I'll do that on the other floors, but yeah, that very top floor is going to be immersive engineering. This floor isn't really decided yet. It's definitely going to be production of some kind, maybe create or one of the other mods we haven't even shown you guys yet. Uh, but yeah, that's what we're going. We're gonna dive head first into immersive engineering here today and try it to at least get the power running up there because those machines are super useful. Ooh, even a crusher maybe. And yeah, let's try to dig into that. I think it's gonna eat up most of our resources just making up these machines. So we might have to do some mining. We ran out of iron, so we had to stock up. And I think one of the first things we're gonna build after immersive engineering is probably an iron farm. Uh, we keep running out of it, and I've been coming down here into this big, huge cave that we discovered, I think, in the first episode. But I was going down here, lighting everything up, and check it out. We found another spawner, so I'm gonna have to, mark the cords here. But it's got a pretty good amount of stuff. And we got another name tag, so we can probably name one of our horses again. I think that one of them was Blue and Ash, I believe. But oh, some spider webs. You could use that for some decorations and ancient scroll of aquatic life. Okay, so I've got two of these now. Nice. That's gonna come in handy when we decide to go about back and take another stab at getting that sniffer egg. We failed last time, but yeah, this is gonna be great because we've got the spider, zombie, we got the piglin brutes. We're gonna probably throw them all into one big, lot, I guess, and then it would be nice if we could find a skeleton one or there's some modded ones actually. I haven't come across them yet, but uh, I know you can get a witch spawner, so maybe we'll go out on an adventure looking for one of those at some point. Uh, while we're you know hanging out here, going looking for iron and whatnot, we'll keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. But So while building our tanks up there, we devoured just about every piece of iron we had. And while I was out mining, I came across a woodland mansion. So while I'm crafting up a few things that we need to make our little iron machine, I'm just going to give you a little clip of uh, my favorite way to handle those big woodland mansions. So if you remember, this is our sand machine. It would break down the gravel and then we'd throw it back up and turn it into sand and then drop the sand in here and that would wash that sand into clay. But we need to convert this machine just a little bit of tweaking. It's not going to take much. So all we're going to do is put down a regular chute here. So it's going to pull everything out of here down into our chest, including clay and whatever else we get. From here, we're going to have to break this guy. I know there's so many items. Uh, we need to put a shaft here. So everything that's coming out of the crusher is going to go directly into the line. I'm going to break that too. It's gonna cause issues, but let's get that one back in there. A belt like across here. Okay. So now everything's going to be coming out of here directly into our little wash plant here. Then it's going to head down there, and then we just want to break this out a little bit more just for now. So what I want to do is take, hey, look, some green sapphires. I'm going to leave them. I'm going to do a smart chute right here and here. And then anything we don't really want or need from the farm itself, we're just going to let it cook up. Let's put something down here. Okay. So I was overthinking this one a little too much, and we went with a completely different design, but pretty much the exact same thing. All we had to do was take this belt, extend it out a lot further, and add a few more fans just to make sure that it starts washing it. And by the time it gets to right about here is when it converts into either nuggets, which we ran a few through, or oops, we need that drive shaft. We got our lava hidden down here, so it's burning up the flint because we really don't need it right now. For a makeshift version of this, oh, we stressed it out. I think we gotta go one more. Okay, we're like right at the edge of the capabilities of these guys right here. We might have to add one in, or we could even we could build another electric motor, but I don't think we're gonna do it just because this is a temporary setup. It's kind of like it's not fast, that's for sure. But you can see our gravel just about reaches there and it disappears. It's either nugget, flint, and steel, or goes into the flint. So we got the perfect little setup right now. I'll probably AFK this overnight or whatever, and come back and we'll have a whole chest full of iron nuggies for just had an idea. Why not import it? So we ran some cables in the basement, and I just realized that we had our entire crafting mechanical crafter set up on these water wheels. So we could probably kick this up a notch, and we can also just temporarily hook this in, and that's going to suck all the nuggets up into our system up there. So we can just craft them into ingots pretty quickly. But I think now that we've got this, let's see if we can kick this up just a little bit. Just by taking off that crafter, we'll see. No. Oh, we can. Let's try 25. Nope, 25. 25. Okay, 25 is our limit. It seems that added, what, 10 stress unit or 10 speed on this? We were at 14, now we're 25, so a little more than 10, but this is gonna kick up our production quite a bit, I think. Yeah, check that out. It's going a little bit faster now. And yeah, let's let it go. All right, so now we got to put together the refinery. Let's see if we remember this. I know the front side of the machine is where it outputs the liquid. So what we're thinking is we're going to put the refinery in the center, the squeezer or fermenter over on either side, doesn't matter. And then we'll pump the fluid up into those. And then we're going to have a control panel, I think, determining whether the fluid is coming out or not. And then maybe this will be our biofuel. And then we can take our biofuel and take that and run it maybe under the floor or something somewhere. We'll figure it out afterwards. But if I remember right, to build this one, we need a pipe in the center. We're gonna go two heavy engineering blocks, two light blocks. I'm doing a tutorial here, like we do some scaffolding on each side. Here, here. So you run your pipe all the way through. Then the rest is just filling it in with our sheet metal, like that, iron sheet metal. And then we need a redstone. It's on this side. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So if we did this right, we're gonna hit it with the hammer, and boom, we're done. Awesome. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna put in the squeezer and the fermenter, and we're just gonna run. Well, we need to make some pipes, but basically the liquid's gonna come out of here and connect up like that. We'll do the same thing over there. Maybe we'll make the fermenter back a little bit. We also got to fit up another few immersive engineering machines in here, so I kind of want to make it really tight. Well, we got our other machines in, and they look perfect, but we do need to power these, and we're probably just going to do it with solar because we still have to build our diesel generator, and I figure if we connect these up to solar, we can let them run, kick on the refiner. We still need catalyst to get this all going, but I also decided to just have 3 fuel tanks, so we have a massive reserve of biofuel once it does get fully operational, but we're going to do solar just to trickle in some power until we do get our generator running. And also, we spent quite a bit of time and we got this going. So, built another solar panel here, and that's powering our garden cloches. We got a pump down there, also powered by solar. We're growing tomatoes because tomatoes, you can turn the tomatoes into seeds just by doing this. We'll probably get some sort of auto crafting way later on, but we can also use the tomatoes inside this recipe here. So you can see tomatoes are going to give us ethanol and our plant seed oil. So where is it? Right here. So it's going to give us 60 millibuckets of seed oil, and then we can turn that into biofuel. So we're going to let this run, but I do want to do one more thing over here. We got to figure out a way to bring them over to the machines eventually, but for now, we're just going to do it manually. You can see it's that easy. We can just, wow, that's a lot of tomatoes. Holy, that grew super fast. Okay, we're going to have plenty of fuel for our factory, but okay, 64, and then we can just pop those into seeds. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio for seeds, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so anyways, what we got going on after this is it is Halloween today. I know this video isn't coming out until the week after, but we got a little bit of Halloween. It looks like a Enderman was in here. We had this super slow plant here, but I asked someone to build me a maze, somebody in my house, and we decided that they were going to do it. So we added a little bit of Halloween festivities, and I'm going to be going out for Halloween with my daughter tonight. I'm going as Where's Waldo. She's going as a sparkly unicorn. Got some little Halloween things here, but from what I was told, this is the entrance, okay, to our little corn maze here, and there's things inside here that we might be able to find. Looks like we got a dead end here. I always love these in real life, going in out in corn maze. Hey, look. What is this? Candy corn. The worst candy on the planet. I'm taking the item frame. We need these. Uh, ugh, candy corn. It gives 11 saturation. Wow. Okay, we might like candy corn now. That was a dead end, wasn't it? But we always go out in the corn mazes or over to the cider mills and here in Michigan, and we ooh, what do we got here? Chocolate candy increases our speed. Should we eat it and go through the maze super fast? Probably not. Looks like we got another dead end here. But we go out, we get donuts, hot donuts, and fresh off the press with some cider and buy some apples. It's like a tradition every year that we like to do. Did I go this way yet? Is it? Okay. I think, did I? Okay, yeah, yeah. We went through all of this. I don't know how big that, it didn't look like this maze was this big. Oh, I think we found the end. What is it? What is this? Okay, let's see what we got. What kind of loot we got? It looks like we got some magic lollipops. We've gotten these from mobs before. They're really cool. They give a random status effect. It looks like we got another chocolate bar. Saturation and rest. I wonder what rest does. Dark chocolate glazed berries. Very cool. Okay, I really enjoyed our little maze. Kind of reminds me of what cotton candy. Cotton candy. We got some more chocolate. Tell me this is what I think it is. We're out of inventory. Let's get rid of some concrete. Apple cider. You can't go through the fall without going out and getting some apple cider. And finally, you guessed this. I think everybody knows what this is. A deviled egg. Are you serious? Oh, I don't want to get. I guess we could get rid of our potatoes. We'll swap out our potatoes for a deviled egg. Very Halloween. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do for this episode today. We did a lot actually. I mean, it might not seem like that on camera, but we did an absolute ton. And thank you for stopping by and watching. We will see you next week.